What's up everybody, it's Broken Bones here and welcome to Broken's Bedrock Tutorials. Today we're going to show you 3 different ways to collect wood. Our first method is the auto chopper. One player plants the trees and one player would stand right here chopping the wood that gets pushed into him, and to simulate that my buddy Microsoft Epic has set up a command block for us so it just gets filled with air. Our second method is the wood pusher, and the wood pusher is a one-player farm. All you have to do is plant the trees and the machine will do the rest of the work for you. As you can see, all of these pistons have pushed the trees into a nice big giant block of wood, which is nice and convenient to mine out. The third method, which is my favorite, is the Wither Blaster. The Wither Blaster does require 30 pieces of bedrock though, and 30 pieces of bedrock can be collected in 100% survival. You do not have to have any cheats, any mods, or any creative mode access of any kind. You can do this in 100% survival, and I have a tutorial of how to do that up in the top right hand corner there for you guys, and I'll also leave a link to that down in the description. But with this, you can trap a wither, you can make it mad with a snowball machine like this, and it'll continuously break your wood just like that. And because a wither drops 100% of its blocks that it breaks, you don't lose any wood. The Wither Blaster is my favorite method because it's fully AFKable with one person. You get all of your drops, it doesn't destroy any blocks, and you can hook up multiple farms to them. Wouldn't it be nice to have multiple farms like this cobble gen just running in here? Look at how much cobblestone we're getting. And if you guys are enjoying today's video, be sure to break the like button for me, leave a comment down below, share this video with all your friends, be sure to subscribe and ring the notification bell so you don't miss more videos like this one. All 3 of these designs are super simple and easy to build, so go down in the description and I've made chapters for this video so you can pick whatever tutorial you want to follow and get started right away. Material list will be down in the description for all 3 tutorials, and with that being said, let's get started. The first step to building any 3 of these designs is having a working tree farm first to hook it up to. And if you guys don't have one, I recommend building this design. This is the Superior Universal Tree Farm, and I have a tutorial for it which I'll leave up in the top right hand corner, and I'll also leave it down in the description. All 3 of these collection systems are designed to hook up to the Superior Universal Tree Farm, which I suggest building if you're going to be building these collection systems. They are universal and you can use them on any tree farm, but you'll have to figure out how to hook them up. So that's why I suggest building the Superior Universal Tree Farm, and you'll have an easy tutorial. And the first design that we're going to cover in today's tutorial is the auto chopper. And to get things started for this one, we're going to come right over here to this orange wool block, which is right above your entrance for the Superior Universal Tree Farm. And we're going to go ahead and break this glass right on top. We're going to place a magenta wool block right there and put the glass back on top of that one. Go ahead and grab your magenta wool blocks again, and we're going to place 4 blocks. 1, 2, 3, and 4, just like this. Grab your obsidian or crying obsidian. You're going to go 1, and then down 1, that's 2, and then down another one, that's 3, and down 1 more, and that's 4, just like this. Then you're going to take pistons. We're going to put 1, 2, 3, and 4 pistons on the bottoms of all of those, and then go ahead and take your redstone dust and go ahead and connect these all the way up, just like this, including that last one down there, and bring your redstone dust all the way to that original magenta wool block. Once you have that completed, we're going to come down to the bottom and work on this section next. We're going to come right in front of the farm right here, and directly where your pad is right here in the front, we're going to go straight up, and on this wood block right here, we're going to place ourselves an observer just like this, so it's right in line with the front of your farm. Then what we're going to do here is we're going to place another observer just like this, and we're going to take ourselves a magenta wool block, come down there just like this. We're going to come over by 1, and we're going to come up by another, and up by another, just like this. And then what we need to do here is we need to place in ourselves a repeater just like this, and we're going to take some pistons just like this and place these in right here like so, and we're going to go ahead and put redstone dust next to all of those. Underneath those pistons, we are going to need to put some obsidian or crying obsidian to make sure that they don't move. If you've done this part correctly, you should see that your last 2 pistons on top and bottom are both looking at each other like this. And on the top block right here, you do not need any redstone. All you need is those 2 redstone right there. On this block, we're actually going to place a sticky piston like this with an upwards facing observer just like that, with the red dot facing upwards. Up here on this crying obsidian, or obsidian if you're using that, go ahead and place yourself another sticky piston just like this, and an observer facing down with the red dot facing down. We're going to go ahead and place a block on that one and a block on this one. We're going to go ahead and place 4 blocks out just like this, so 3 more in from that observer. And then on top of here, we're going to go ahead and place redstone dust just like this. And anytime the top or bottom fires, it's going to go ahead and trigger this redstone. On the side of that redstone, we're going to place in some pistons just like this, and that'll push our tree blocks to the side. Once you have all that completed, you're going to come right here to the end of these pistons right here. You're going to skip a block below, and you're going to come down by 1 more. placing yourself a wood block right there so it'll go right into the tree farm, and you're going to place yourself in a barrel right here. You can extend this down if you like for more storage, but for now we're going to use one barrel, and we're going to put a hopper into the back of this one, just like this. We're going to bring that up just by 1 like so. We're going to hop on top, and we're going to bring this out by 5. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, just like that. And next we need to go ahead on the side of this guy. We're going to place some obsidian right there, just like this. We're going to go ahead and place ourselves a temporary block on top of this hopper, and go ahead and encase this all in with obsidian. Bring this all the way down to the end over here, just like that. And you can place yourself a block on top too, and go ahead and bring this all the way to the side. And now, when this is all filled with wood, this will be your chamber. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the auto chopper design. All you need to do now is grab yourself a friend or have a second account, put one account in the tree farm and have them plant trees, and have the other player sitting at the chopping chamber chopping all of the wood. And as you can see right here, we have it set up to where it'll chop all the wood before it pushes more wood into it. And you can do all that using just an axe. You do not need a beacon. However, your axe will need to be netherite, and it'll need to have at least efficiency 5 on it. Next up is the wood pusher. To get things started for this one, we're going to come right over to the wood output right here. We're going to get rid of these 2 lines of wood that we have right here. All you want is 2 lines of wood right here. That's actually going to help us. So if you have wood there, you can leave those in. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take magenta wool blocks. We're going to place 2 of them off each of these red wool lines right here, just like that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to place redstone dust on top of all of those, going all the way down. And then the very last one here actually gets a repeater right here, like that, and then a bit of redstone because the redstone signal dies out right there. And then on the front of these, we're going to go ahead and take some regular pistons. Place yourself at a piston right there. Bring those all the way up to the top of your wood, just like so. And actually, we're going to come up with 1 more block, just like that. You need to bring these pistons all the way to the top of your wood coming out of the farm. And as you can see, that's the top of my wood coming out of the farm. For the superior tree farm, this is going to be coming up 8 blocks in total. But for whatever farm you're building this on, if it's not this farm, you definitely need to make sure that you're at the top of your wood. Then once you have that done, then we're going to come right over here. We're going to come over here to these glass blocks right here. We're going to come right off the bottom here, just like this, and do the same thing that we did on the other side. Bring magenta wool blocks all the way out on the side. We're going to bring those out 3 wide, just like so. Go ahead and grab your redstone. Go ahead and place that on top of all of these. And then once we get to the bottom, then what we're going to do is we're going to place in some pistons, and those are going to go in this direction, just like this. Bring those all the way up to the top, 8 in total, just like that. When you've got that done, it should look like this. And once you have that in, go ahead and grab your obsidian, place in a temporary block there, and you're going to place some obsidian right there, and you're going to bring that all the way up to the top, just like this. Once you get to there, then we're going to grab some more regular pistons. We're going to count 12 blocks over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Then we're going to count up 8, including this one. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and we need to fill all that in with pistons. It should look like this when you have that done, and then we're going to come down here to this last piston right here. We're going to place in a temporary block and then an observer just like this with the red dot facing back, just like so. We're going to place a block on that red dot right there and place one down below. We're going to go ahead and place a block to each side just like this and break that one out. Then on this side, we're going to place 1 more block, and then we're going to place 2 blocks just like this. Grab yourself a repeater, put a 1-tick repeater there, a 2-tick repeater there, and an L shape of redstone dust just like this. On the front side of this repeater, go ahead and come up by a block just like that, and run these blocks all the way down the edge of your pistons just like that to the last piston. Put redstone dust on top of all of these blocks just like so, and then right here next to your pistons, we're going to go ahead and take some observers just like this, put redstone dust on top, take another observer, put more redstone dust on top, and then 1 more observer and some more redstone dust on top. Then you're going to take your wool blocks, you're going to go ahead and bring those all the way across just like this. Go ahead and fill all of these in just like so, and then go ahead and put redstone dust on top of all of these. And once that's done, it should look like this. Then next, we're going to go ahead and come in front of the pistons onto this side, and we're going to come down here to this obsidian block. Go ahead and place a temporary block there and 1 down below. I'm using glass because I like the way glass looks, but you can use any block that you want. I'm going to go ahead and place glass in right there. Then we're going to come out to the edge of all of our pistons right here, just like so. And then we're going to count 13 blocks, including this one right here. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. And now we need to fill all of this in with glass. Now your floor should be looking like this, and then right here at this corner, we're going to go ahead and remove that piece of glass and put in a redstone torch just like this, and that's going to get wired up to a piston that we're going to have right over here. So we need to place in 2 temporary blocks like this. Go ahead and place in yourself a sticky piston sideways just like that. You should see that it's 1 block away from that redstone torch, and we're going to put a block on its face. Anytime that gets extended, it's going to go ahead and go right here, and as you can see, that's going to cut that redstone off. So that's exactly what we want to turn off the farm, so when this is full, no more trees come out. And then we need to wire this one up, so we're going to go ahead and bring this over like this, and then on this one, we're going to bring that over right in front of the torch just like that, and bring that all the way to that edge. And then we can put redstone dust on top of all of these. And now your wood pusher is all done and dusted. All you need to do now is plant trees, and the wood pusher will do the rest of the work for you. Last, and certainly not least, is the wither blaster. To get things started for this one, we're going to come right over here to this observer right here, coming right above your wood, coming out right here. We're going to go ahead and break the glass that's right here on top. We're going to place a magenta wool block on top of that, and replace the glass on top of that magenta wool block. Over here on the side of that orange block, we're going to place in 5 magenta wool, including this one. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then we're going to take crying obsidian or obsidian, go ahead and place 1 there. Go ahead and place a temporary block and 1 down from there, another temporary block and another 1 down from there. Then what we can do is we can put pistons on the bottoms of these just like that, 3 pistons in total. Then we're going to grab our redstone dust, go ahead and place it on top of all of these just like so, and then make sure you place it on top of the pistons as well. Now your pistons should be looking like this, and next we're going to come right over here with a sticky piston. We're going to come to the bottom of this red circuit right here where your wood comes out. We're going to place in a sticky piston right there. We're going to come onto the bottom right here and replace an observer with the red dot facing into that wood right there. So the red dot needs to be facing right there. And then 1 block in front of that, we're going to place a temporary block and then a magenta wool block down from there. Anytime that piston extends, the observer is going to power this wood block, and it's going to power this redstone right here. And then from this wool block, we're going to go out 4 blocks, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then we're going to come out by 1 more and up by 1, and out by 1 more and up by 1, just like this. We're going to place redstone dust on top of all of these just like so, just like that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come over here, we're going to place in some crying obsidian or obsidian, and place 1 there, place 1 there, just like this, and then place 1 down here just like that. And then place your pistons on top of these just like so, just like that. There we are. And then back here, we're going to go ahead and place in 1 more magenta wool block. Go right here and place yourself in a repeater. Put that on 2 ticks. Then in front of that repeater, come up by a block just like this, and then come up by another block over here just like so. And then we're going to place in 4 blocks in total. So that's 3 more blocks just like this. And we're going to put redstone dust on top of all of these and on top of those. Then right here, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and place in some pistons right there and some pistons on top of there. And that is our wood pushing circuit all done and dusted. These pistons are going to be shoving the wood forward into a wither blaster, and I have a tutorial for a wither blaster, and I'll leave that link up at the top right hand corner. And once you guys build that, I definitely recommend that you build your tree farm, if you haven't built it yet, in a position where you could push the wood coming from the south or the east sides, and that's because a wither cage is directional. And I know wood farms aren't necessarily directional, but wither cages are, because withers will spawn right in a area like this, and they'll blow up a 4x4 chunk around them just like this. But as you can see, they only blow up 1 block on this side and that side, and they blow up 2 blocks on this side and that side. So I definitely recommend that you have your blocks coming in from the south side or the east side, because the north side and west side only get 1 block of blasting going on with a wither blaster. So as you can see, that's our little compass over there. That's south, that's north, that's east, that's west. So right now we're looking south, and this is how you want your pistons to be pushing. You want your pistons from the south pushing north just like this, or you want your pistons on the east side pushing west from this side over here, just like it is over there, pushing from the east to the west, because that's where the 2 block gap is. No matter where a wither is, it'll always blow up the same, and so that way you want to take a screenshot of this or draw it or something like that. Save this for your notes, because no matter where a wither is, it'll always blast out just like this, and this will help you build your wither blaster. If you don't know how to determine north and determine which way your pistons are facing, then there's a couple ways that you can do that. One way we can do that is with a pumpkin. If we place a pumpkin down, you can see that the stem points towards the northwest corner, and if north is up, then west is to our left, so we know that that's north. And another way we can do that is with a sunflower. If you have a piece of dirt and a sunflower, you can see that the yellow part of the sunflower always points to the east, and so the green side is always to the west. And since west is always to our left, we know that directly ahead of us is going to be north. And then another way you can do that is with an empty locator map. If you just open it up, you'll see that your cursor right there, and I'm right in the middle of it. you can see that I'm pointing north if I'm pointing up, and then if I'm pointing to the left, that's west, and if I point down, that's south, and if I point to the right, that's east. My favorite way of telling north is just with using my coordinates up in the top left of my screen. As you can see right now, my coordinate is 713, and if I move forward in the north direction, you can see that it lowers. So now we're in the 1696. So it was 1700 over here, and now we're into the 1600 over here. So as you can see, as you move north, your Z value decreases. So now with all those different methods, you should be able to determine north. And with determining north, you should be able to tell which way your pistons are facing. And right now, you're either realizing that your pistons are in the right direction, and you feel really good about that, or you realize that you built your wood farm in the wrong direction, and they're facing from the west or the north, and they're not in this direction. And that's okay, because I have a fix for that. We'll just make everyone else wait while we teach you how to build your farm correctly. So if you built it just like this, where your pistons are on the south side or the east side where you have the 2-block gap, that's perfectly fine. But now if you built it on to where it's on the north side or the west side, and you're realizing that, then go ahead and break out these pistons here. We'll go ahead and use these on the other side. Go ahead and break them all out. Break out that repeater all the way up to there. Leave that redstone right there where that piston is, and then go ahead and place in an observer there and an observer there. Place one up just like this, and go ahead and place in your magenta wool block right there just like this, and go ahead and place 3 more off to the side, so it's 4 long total just like this. Go ahead and put your pistons back in here, put them up 2 tall just like that, come around back and put redstone in the back. So if you built your farm in the wrong direction, this will help you out regardless of how you built it, but since I built mine correctly, I'm going to be changing it back. So now my pistons are back to normal, but regardless of which way your pistons are facing, now you can come over here to this screenshot that we took earlier, and we want to use this to determine where our bedrock block is going to go. As you can see, my pistons are on the south side facing north, so my wood's going to be coming in towards me just like this. So I'm going to look at it from this way, so I'm looking at the south because I'm going to be looking at my pistons. And as you can see, this bedrock block is on the 3rd block in from the left hand side. So it's the 2nd block from the right, 3rd block from the left. So regardless of where your pistons are, if you're looking at your pistons from the east side, then you can see that it's now the 2nd block from the left and the 3rd block from the right. So regardless of where your pistons are, look at your pistons, and this is where your bedrock block should be. So again, if you're looking from the west, this is where your bedrock block should be. So now that you have your screenshot out, go ahead and use it. And since my pistons are on the south side puts the bedrock block 3 blocks over from the left and 2 blocks from the right. So we're going to go 3 blocks from the left, 2 blocks from the right, right here. That's where the bedrock block is going to go. But where it's not going to go right here, it's going to go 13 blocks out that way. So we're going to go ahead and count 13 blocks from this piston, including this block. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13, just like that. And then your bedrock block is going to go right there. You're going to put 2 temporary blocks down below it, just like this. Go ahead and put 4 obsidian just around it like this, right there. Then you can go ahead and get rid of all of your temporary blocks just like that, and that'll be the beginning of your wither blaster, and you can use the tutorial to take over from there. Once you have your wither blaster done, this is what it'll look like, and you'll notice that in this tutorial that there's a 2nd set of pistons over here that you can use. And as you can see over here, if they're not touching this redstone, that they are far enough away where they can be their own circuit, and so therefore you can build your own blaster machine over here. So you can actually build 2 farms out of this. And if you guys are wanting to add a 2nd farm, then go ahead and go up in the top right hand corner. I'll leave a link to the playlist for the blaster farms right there. And if you guys are looking at this and going, he's got bedrock and survival, you can't do that, this isn't in survival. Actually you can, and it's actually quite easy to get bedrock and survival, and I'll leave a link to my tutorial on how to do it right there in the top right hand corner. So yeah, don't be afraid of getting bedrock and survival, it's actually easier than you think. So with that being said, next we need to go ahead and wire this up. What we need to do now is we need to come down here to this on switch right here. This is exactly where we need to power this thing from, so we're going to remove that on switch. We're going to power it with a pulse extender. So we're going to come down with a block just like this. Go ahead and come out by 3 blocks just like that. Go ahead and put 4 more blocks across here just like so. Put some redstone dust there and some redstone dust right here. Grab yourself 2 comparators. Go ahead and put 2 right there. Grab 2 more and turn around and place those in right there just like this. Next we need to go ahead and run in a repeater right here. So go ahead and place in a block right there with a repeater right there. Go ahead and put that on 4 ticks just like this. Then go ahead and run that out just like so and connect it up to this circuit over here. grab the redstone from here, go ahead and bring that over across just like so. And then if you need to set this up, go ahead and do so. And I know that this is going to be different depending on which direction you built your farm in, because this wither blaster is going to go on the west side, and I know that your wood's going to come in, so you need to make sure that your redstone comes in from this pulse extender and connects up to here, and that you have enough repeaters in there to make sure that the redstone signal gets across. So go ahead and do this. Take yourself that lever that we took off from over there, place it on your block right here, turn it in the on position, grab yourself a repeater, put a repeater down here for the first block just like that, then go ahead and place your redstone down just like this, and wherever the redstone signal ends is where you're going to need a repeater. But as you can see here, I think we're actually going to make it all the way there, and now you can see that your wither blaster is on, and once your wither blaster turns on, then you can come back here and go ahead and remove your lever. You should see that after a moment that your wither blaster turns off. Now that your wither blaster is all wired up, it's ready to use. And if you come on down here, you can see that we have a storage system right here. If you guys want to use some cool shulker box storage systems, I've got a tutorial for that, and I'll go ahead and leave a link to that up in the top right hand corner there for you guys. And whenever you have your storage system ready to go, let's go ahead and use the farm. So if we hop in here, go ahead and pick whatever sapling type you want to use. Make sure if you're using acacia or oak that you turn those modes on. I'm going to be using spruce, so let's go ahead and turn this farm on just like this. There we go. And we go ahead and hold our place button, and we'll go ahead and place saplings down just like this. And once you've been running the farm for some time where you have enough wood coming into it just like this, then you can see that it's getting blasted up by the wither and it's getting put down into your storage system. I always find it satisfying to watch all the wood just flow in. So as you can see, this design is by far the easiest one to use, and you don't have to worry about your pickaxes breaking, you don't have to worry about chopping any wood, it just gets blasted for you and put right down into your storage system. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's tutorial, and for that matter, I hope you guys enjoyed all the tutorials in today's tutorial. And if you guys did, be sure to smack the like button for me and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next tutorial. Take it easy, everybody.